I know this is the third time आप उनको direct कर रहे हैं, but is it a very big responsibility for you, and has it eased down over the 3 films, or has it gotten tougher आपके लिए?
Directing a film is never easy. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of decision making. It's constant thought process on putting together a giant film, especially when you're doing something like this. But when we got together and decided that we are going to follow the huge success of Lucifer with a second part to what has always been conceived as a trilogy by Mr. Murali Gopi, the writer sitting here, I knew deep down that for the second part of the franchise, the ideation and the conception that I had in mind is going to be extremely challenging to pull off as just a Malayalam film. Because the scale at which we have attempted this and the canvas against which the story needs to be told is really the deep end of the waters for our industry. We have not tried to do something like this before. So there is nothing for us to fall back on. Very much like Saza Kalapani, like Sir did so many years ago. We really didn't have a precedent to look upon and learn what could go wrong or what is the right way to do it. We didn't know. I remember 2022, I think, I flew to Sir's office in Dubai, and that's where I gave him my first narration of this film, of Empuraan. And 50% of my heart was telling me, he's going to listen to the narration. My producer, Mr. Anthony Perumbavoor, is also there. And they're going to very politely tell me, listen, fantastic, great to be dreaming like this, but you'll have to let go of this one because it's not going to be possible. But as soon as I finished the narration, he told me, we are doing this, now let's go for dinner. So that confidence is what really spurred me on. And then I remember all through the dinner, it was me reminding him, but you realize, right? I mean, this is like, so I kept telling him, but you realize, I need to travel to 6 countries. I said, yeah. And this is like this, yeah. And we have the sequence where there's, the helicopter, that. And I said, yeah. So the confidence that himself and Mr. Anthony Perumbavoor gave me is the reason why we are all sitting here today. Secondly, see, with people like Mr. Gokulam Gopalan backing us, thankfully Malayalam cinema is today at a place where we can think of big budgets and big canvases because people like him who are truly passionate about cinema, right from, I don't know if you know of a film called Prithviraj with the great Mammootty sir leading it, Mr. Gopalan used to think of films like that back then, which was again unheard of in Malayalam in terms of its budget, its scale. But he used to do it because he believed in it with conviction and he truly loved cinema as an art form and a medium. So budgets are now maybe accessible for us with people like him backing projects like these.
Of the 4 industries that we mistakenly club as South, Tamil, Telugu and Kannada have made inroads in the Hindi belt. Malayalam has, I wouldn't say it has lacked, I would say it has not tried to maybe get out of its bastion.
Yeah.
Do you think it was reluctance or it was more like ignorance? What was it? Which you are trying to rectify here with Empuraan?
No, I'm not trying to rectify anything here with Empuraan. I'm just aspiring for a lot of things. When I use words like rectification, it would mean that Malayalam cinema has lost its way. We are doing wonderfully well. We are going through a golden phase in our industry where we are making beautiful films and wonderful filmmakers and actors coming out with splendid performances. So there's nothing to be complaining about as far as Malayalam cinema is concerned. I think maybe ever since this whole phenomenon of cinema traveling across the country and terminologies like pan-Indian and all being coined, theatrical distribution networks have always looked at films that can bring in the first day crowd that will come in with a bag of popcorn and look at it as a piece of entertainment. And Malayalam cinema is not essentially known for big ticket main scale popcorn entertainers, if I can call them that. We are known for making a different kind of cinema, which is yet to find its own space within the distribution theatrical network that we have in this country. I'm sure we'll get there. But having said that, this particular film, that way, is maybe our attempt, as Sir rightfully said, at gate crashing into that phenomenon. This is very much your large-scale, big canvas, big ticket, commercial action entertainer. At least that's what I've tried to make. Whether I have succeeded or not, I don't know, but that's what I have tried to make. So maybe we are hoping that this will break a few barriers. This will get a few people to think, hang on, next time a Malayalam film comes to a small screen in Jharkhand, maybe it's worth giving it a try on a weekend. That's what we are hoping for. We dream very big, us down south, and this time I think we have managed to follow it up with some seriously good work. Let's see.
That's what I was just saying, that I want to just clarify that what I meant was I wish to see Malayalam cinema's finesse.
Thank you so much.
Come with the big ticket mass.
I am nowhere near the most finessed filmmakers that we have in the wonderful state of Kerala, but I hope this film has a bit of finesse that will appeal to you.
This is my 47th year in films. I had the chance of working with great writers like Padmarajan, M.T. Vasudevan Nair, like Lohita Das, so many. So writing, of course, and especially in Malayalam, that time we have to, films were known for the writers. There was a time. This is a cycle again. It has that entire film industry changed, the making changed, the concept of the film changed. Everything is changed. But definitely there should be a story. After watching the film, you have to take something back to your home. It could be the story, or it could be a scene, or it could be a performance. So here, this is, you can call this an entertainment. Oh, that movie is an entertainer. To make an entertainer is not an easy thing. People should love the entire aspect of the film, the song, story, acting. To bring out that, we need somebody. This is a beautiful congress. So writer is a very important point in the film. And the writer and the director has to decide how to make this movie and how to bring the actors into the frame, how to do it. This is a brilliance. This is a gift of the God. And definitely I'll say, I have said a couple of times, Prithviraj is one of the greatest directors in India now. Seriously.
That's true.
He is going to be one of the top-rated directors India has seen. And this is only a, what you can call like a tip of the iceberg. Okay. Yeah, let it happen, because that kind of conviction he has got. He sleeps cinema, he eats cinema, he breathes cinema, always in the film when he is into that mood. Otherwise, he's a naughty person.
For my generation, especially for my generation, the reason we are in cinema must be Mohanlal sir and Mammootty sir to a very, very big extent. Because we grew up watching them. I grew up trying to walk like him. I grew up trying to talk like Mammootty sir. My dad was an actor, but from a previous generation. So when I was in my conscience of being able to be influenced by art forms and cinema, it was just these two guys absolutely ruling the roost like they are today. So they are hugely responsible in us getting inspired to be involved with the medium of cinema. So how privileged am I that today I'm sitting next to him, having directed him thrice, and for him to say such kind words about me as a filmmaker is sort of the biggest award I can ever hope to get. Like a couple of days back, I had the privilege of meeting Rajini sir and showing him the trailer. And in fact, I had an opportunity to make a film with him, which I couldn't pull off at that moment. But the way he spoke to me, what he told me about my work, what he told me after having watched the first part, Lucifer, those are things that I'll forever cherish. If you ask me how many awards have I won, I don't remember. But these things I'll never forget. So of course, these are priceless for me. Yeah.